The C's, and I suppose the D's, have a series of buttons. That's for the lights, of course park and brake, W wipers, and there'll be a button here, which I've already taken off, B for blower. And they have these pieces that sit in back. See, that one says DEF. And that one will say panel. Pan for panel. So, mine are not in the greatest shape, so I've already redone the painting on these. And I'm ready to play with the buttons. So, let's see what we have. Candy gold, transparent top coat, no base coat on the concave centers of the dash knobs. Headlight switch, emergency brake switch, parking brake switch. That's the wiper. The next one is the heater blower with a B. The ignition is done. And then the two knobs on the radio. I need to get these knobs more goldish. Now you're picking up some of that goldish color. Definitely getting it on the radio there. So we need to remove this coloring and get right down to the base silver. I do that with well, a little bit of paint thinner, denatured alcohol, and 4/0 steel wool. And that'll get us right down where we want to go. You see, I'm really quickly able to wear through whatever this was pretty thin. And there we are to a ready to paint base. And there you go. I like to have a lot of light with me so I can look at what I'm doing. And of course, you spray light coats from all different angles. And I like to get things hot before I paint them. So I use a heat gun, and I heat the can, and I heat that. And boy, paint dries quickly and nicely. Yeah, she's going to be coming out just fine. And the overspray, boy, cleans right off with your fingernail. Now the trick is, go away, do something else, leave it alone. This is the parking brake handle off the C. It's held on by a roll pin. Right through there. The other ones are Allen's. This is a roll pin. So you can see I've cleaned the surface. And a little bit of steel wool. Now it's with alcohol to clean it. We will tape and mask. I am using Duplicolor copper, orange copper anodized. The thing about these knobs is you can't paint them. You have to use a clear, transparent colorant like this Duplicolor. Otherwise, you're painting over the chrome reflective surface. So here's the W that I have done. And here is a radio knob. So you can see I'm ballpark. Working on the headlight button. All you have to do is I'm just using alcohol and the old paint's coming off. But you see the chrome surface below it. That's what we want to maintain, because all we're going to do is put a coating over it, and we need that reflection. Now these L's and the B and the W, they're in there, and I don't have to do anything with those. They're good and dark. So here's the blower knob with the paint removed. See these pits and scratches that get in there? Well, if they're real bad, you should look for better knobs, because this will cover up okay. And here we are with the buttons redone in the gold. These three are pretty easy to do, taking them off. And so is the blower. The ignition, though, unless you want to take the whole pod off, which is not the easy thing. There's 3 screws that hold it on up in there, but the nuts are not captured, so you gotta go on reassembly, try to thread the nuts on the screws blind. So I thought I would just leave that in, mask and paint around it. One thing about this paint, it likes to run. These other buttons I painted horizontal or at an angle. This one, first time I painted it, it ran, and so I had to wipe it off. But then I applied heat, and boy, that did the trick. Then the paint stuck without running. So if you're having trouble with drips and runs, try heating the surface before you spray it. All right.